Welcome to The Fix, a new show by Lionel Racing designed to give racing fans their weekly die-cast fix. I'm Meredith Burris.
And I'm Thomas DuBois. Today we have a very special guest who is going to give you the first look at some upcoming new items just released. We're also going to answer some burning questions that you have, as well as talking about the great race from this past weekend at Chicago.
Here we are, the first race of the chase at Chicagoland Speedway. Martin Truex lands the win, locking himself into the second round. Then we have Joey Logano coming in with a close second, and Chase Elliott finishing third.
I gotta tell you, Chase Elliott really surprised me. He ran strong all day long, leading over 70 laps, running out front, practically had the race won until that final caution. Can't believe it. He was not one of my Chase favorites, but I tell you what, he's gonna be one to watch for in the chase in the coming weeks.
He is, and I think in the final laps it really came down to pit strategy. I mean, Chase had a decision to pit or not to pit, and I mean, do you think that was the right call? Would you have done anything different?
It's a questionable call. I think it's a hard call at times. I personally would have stayed out. I think it was a wrong call just because I would have rather taken the track position and stayed out front with those few who stayed out, maybe with the chance of winning. Not sure, but I guess then again, that's why I'm standing right here and not behind the seat of that number 24 Napa Chevrolet or on the pit crew box.
Yeah, it's a little different than driving that minivan of yours down the interstate.
Oh! On to other racing news. John Force wins right here in our very own backyard, right here at Z-Max Dragway in Charlotte, North Carolina. He wins the first event of the countdown to the championship. His diecast is still available at lionelracing.com or your local dealers.
And don't forget, also available is the Martin Truex Furniture Row race win from Chicago, complete with confetti and Chase markings, as well as his Twitter handle on the windshield.
We've also got Chase Elliott's Chase for the Cup diecast as well. It'll have all the Chase markings, his Twitter handle on his windshield. It's going to be a great car. You want to get your order in today? Again, that's lionelracing.com or through your local dealers.
Two new cars that are going to be part of the Lionel Authentics are right here. Here's the first one, the Traxxas Chevrolet Camaro, driven by none other than Courtney Force. And what do you know? Look who we found just hanging out in our Lionel Authentics store here, Courtney Force. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted you to be the very first one. These just came in earlier today. I wanted you to be the first one to actually hold, other than me of course, to hold the new Chevy Camaro 1/64th scale Lionel Authentics car that fans will be able to pick up in their local stores later on this fall. How does that look?
That is amazing. It's great. The fact that they were able to get all the colors, the sponsors, everything right is really exciting for us, and to be a part of the John Force Racing team and to be able to reveal something like this in this wave of great drivers along with some NASCAR drivers is pretty amazing. This is a big deal for our team and definitely for Traxxas and everyone over there at NHRA.
Now, without further ado, one of the greatest race car drivers of all time, a 16-time NHRA champion, John Force.
And I can't outrun the girl in that Traxxas Chevrolet.
John, I want you to hold the very first peak Camaro right there that has your name on it. How excited are you that your fans that just adore you, and you know that over decades in the sport, that they appreciate getting these cars in stores like Target, Walmart, and Toys R Us?
Well, God bless you, because I need a job at my age. Right here, look at the top of this car. What do you see? What do you see there?
I believe that's America, John.
That's American flag. And all of our hot rods, our Top Fuel Dragster with Monster Energy, Courtney's Traxxas, Robert Heights Auto Club of Southern California, and my peak, antifreeze and coolant. How's that for slipping plugs in here?
That's well done. You're professional.
Did I tell you that I've been with Lionel and Main Gate before you guys were born? And you ladies were born? That's how long I've been here. I started it in the very beginning. I didn't start it myself, but I was part of the members with Dale Earnhardt Sr., Rusty Wallace. Jeff Gordon was just a puppy. He was just a little kid. And to still be here today and to walk in this room. If you haven't been here in Charlotte, right next to the stadium, you got to come look at this place. because I already found my Christmas shopping right here. I'm buying the Polar Express for my grandsons, Jacob, Noah. Well, I won't get on him. Would you want a Polar Express train?
They're great for boys and girls, absolutely.
I'll get her a Danica Patrick collector car.
There you go, perfect.
How's that?
John, like you said, you've been around.
What was the question?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
When you get going, how am I supposed to keep up with you? Come on.
But look at the stars now. My daughter's coming in. Of course, there'll be a Robert Height line coming also to follow us, into the Walmarts, along with Brittany in that drop fuel car, monster car. But we're testing the market right now. Isn't that how the game's played? Ask the boss. He's over there. He'll tell you. But when you look, going out there, you're talking about Target, huge nationwide. You're talking about Toys R Us, place where I do all my Christmas shopping. But I'll hit Target and I'll hit Walmart naturally. I get a lot of friends there at Walmart in Bentonville. So to be a part of it, but what is really special to me, and that's why I want my other cars to come in this, and all the cars, all the drivers that we do. But to go out there and be part of it with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Casey Kane, Chase Elliott. God, he's still a baby. I want to just hold him in my arms and carry him around. I mean, when you look at these guys, Ricky Steinhaus, Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth, I did have to read off the list. So they hung a list over here because at my age, I need a list. Courtney will remember them all the cute guys. But just to be a part of that group and to go in, one, thank you guys. It's going to help our sales, okay? Because they got a huge fan following. But we'll be there if you're an NHRA lover, and if you're not, if you're just a lover of Courtney or John Force. But the fans, they buy this stuff. I've got homes that are decorated, complete, half a house. I don't know how the wives put up with it. The wives are part of it. To see all the stuff that we've collected over the years. And you can get it all right here.
What do you think when you just see the attention to detail and just how much goes into these cars that the fans can pick up?
I mean, it's hard to do, especially with all the different crazy paint schemes we've had all season long. But this is exciting. I mean, I think they've done a great job, and especially getting the sponsors right and got the John Force Racing X on the side of the car. It looks just like the ones that we're currently running on the track, so it's exciting for all of us, and I think for our sponsors as well. But really, it's huge for the fans because it's a collector's item. I used to collect these as a kid, and it's really exciting to actually have my own car in the I think you said Wave 8. So really excited to be a part of it.
And John, I got to tell you, a lot of fans have been clamoring for that Realtree car that you won with earlier this season, and we've got some things in the works that we're going to be offering that car here pretty soon.
I did Elvis. Right? I did Frankenstein. I did the Three Stooges. I've done them all. Superman. Over the years. We're looking at new ways to do B2B business with partners. Those are pass-throughs that I do. That car went out and won Denver. That car bounced back and won Sonoma, tried to win the swing. When Courtney crashed ahead of me.
No, that was when you beat me.
Well, no. You crashed ahead of me at Seattle.
Oh.
That's where I would have taken the sweep. I won it years ago, but it's hard to do now. But
it's my fault.
But wasn't your fault. But the idea is that Realtree car is really, really cool because it's a mixed thing of a hunter's look. You know what I mean? But it's coming, and so many other ideas that we got that are coming, and you'll be able to see all of the stars, all of the cars, because basically this is the #1 brand in the sport right here at Lionel. So if you haven't seen the shop, get over here to Charlotte and see it. The people are just wonderful. They're nice, and they treat you good, and they don't try to give you a high-pitched deal. They let you roam around and look at what you want for the kids. It's Christmas, so do your shopping now. And I got a store in California, and they're really going to be pissed when they hear me pitching you guys. But God bless them.
It's that time again to open up the mailbag to answer your most popular questions that we get asked a lot. So here's one of the great questions that we got today. Can you replicate race wind damage? Well, I tell you what, I got a great car today. I got Kyle Busch's Kansas Race Win red nose car. This was really popular car, and there's some race wind damage. We actually do the tires burn out. We also do the fender piece right here will actually be cut out on the car. So we replicate as much as we can on the car. Sometimes there's body damage that cannot be replicated. On this car, you'll see where he actually tore the whole fender off the car. We can only replicate that with decal, but if you look closely at this car, it's going to be really neat. There's a lot of decal right there where he shows he ripped the whole side body off the car. It looks fantastic. And like I said, this piece where it's actually black, this is just a prototype. So this is the early sample. but this piece will actually be cut off on the production piece where the tire actually slapped the part of the fender off. So it's going to be really, really neat. So that's a great question, and absolutely we're very stoked about how great these race wins come out. And on to the second question. It says, how long are die-cast polled? Well, first, if you don't really know what polled means, it just means how long do we take pre-orders. Polling means pre-orders. And we typically take pre-orders or poll a die-cast for 2 to 3 weeks. And we have another great question that really stems off of this one. It says, how do you determine die-cast production quantities? Well, that's exactly how we do it. We take pre-orders or we poll a die-cast for 2 to 3 weeks. Once that time is up, we then look at the orders that were submitted and determine the production run at that time. Last week we asked you to submit your questions using #TheFix to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And thank you for those who did. So we've selected one this week, and it's JB Sawyer 24. Great question, by the way. It says, how often do you make prototypes? Prototypes are typically made 95% of the time. The only time we don't really make a prototype is when the team gives us a pre-approval to bypass our sampling process to rush along production. And that rarely happens, so 95% of all the cars are done in a prototype form. So JB Sawyer 24, we really appreciate the question. And if you would like us to address your question on a future episode, be sure to use #TheFix and send it to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.